If After Effects struggles to play your animations and then just crashes, it starts to feel like After Effects wasn't built to handle your projects, which is ridiculous because After Effects is supposed to be for building animations, right? So then in that case, is there any way to make it more reliable that the After Effects isn't going to crash? Yes, there's a few small things that you can do to speed up playback. I'm sharing tactics that I use for my own work because there is nothing more frustrating than seeing that creeping red line going across the timeline. Tactic number 1, this is the first one that I will try if my animation is not playing nicely, and that is changing the playback resolution. The way that you do this is that inside your viewer comp panel, there is this little box over here that might have a word in parentheses around it. This is the playback resolution. If it has those parentheses around it, it's already playing at what it considers the best resolution. That might not be the case that it actually is at the right resolution because After Effects doesn't realize how heavy the animation you built is. But if you go into that little box, you click on it, all of these options will drop down. Auto is usually the one that After Effects will select. But you can choose full, half, third, or quarter, or custom. Usually if it's at full or half, it doesn't always want to play because everything is being processed. If you reduce it to quarter, it changes the resolution and it might make everything blurry, but it will also allow for that faster playback because everything is playing at once. It's not trying to process everything. The whole point of this is that by reducing the resolution, you get to play your animation, you get to see if it's working, and then you can move on. And changing the playback resolution in your viewer comp, it does not affect the final export resolution. It merely lets you view it inside After Effects quicker, easier, without anything crashing. Hopefully. If your project still looks like it's stuttering, it's having a hard time processing, it might still be crashing, there is tactic number 2 that I will use. This is the more extreme measure. Tactic number 2 is delete media cache. The reason why you want to delete your media cache is that After Effects has compiled, kept a bunch of files that you don't usually use or need, especially if you've saved previous versions of your file. If you can delete the media cache that is slowing your project down, that's another way to speed it up. There's less of it trying to remember what has happened before, and it can focus on playing the only animation that's in front of you. The way that you delete your media cache is that you're going to go into Edit, Purge, and then you're listed with all of these options. You can do all cache, all memory and disk cache. You can just do the memory. I'm just going to do all memory and disk cache. That's what I usually do. And then clear disk cache will pop up. Are you sure you want to delete? Yes. And I click OK, and then it'll go. It might take 1 second. It might take a couple of minutes. It depends on how big your project is and how recently you've deleted your media cache. And then you can even bump up your resolution sometimes, and then you can play it at full resolution. But what happens if you don't want to take these extreme measures? And the third tactic, you don't have to change the resolution. You don't have to go and delete files. And the only drawback is that you're not going to see your whole animation play at once because you're focusing on trying to just see the little hand, the bird flying, a small piece of your animation that you're testing. And the third tactic is you want to solo a layer or you want to hide the other layers. And the way you solo a layer is you just go into your timeline. You've seen this little dot, a circle, and if you go ahead and click on, I'm going to click on the cat, and now all I see is the cat. And if I wanted to add other things, I can add a moon, and now both of those will play. This moon only appears later in my video, so that's why you're not going to see anything. But it should appear with the cat now. There you go. I really hope that this helps stop After Effects crashing on you and that you can play your animations without any more problems. Good luck animating.